Rocky 99, along with Conemaugh Health System, Somerset Hospital, and the Cambria County Drug Coalition teamed up to fight against drug addiction. It's our Hearts Against Heroin awareness campaign. And in the studio today, we welcome Tess Bradley, drug and alcohol counselor at Conemaugh Hospital. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
But you call yourself something different than drug and alcohol counselor.
I call myself the recovery hustler.
Nice. All right. So because...
That's what I do. I hustle recovery. You know, many people hustle drugs. I hustle recovery.
Very nice. Tell me about your credentials.
Oh, I have a master's degree. I actually have a bachelor's degree in drug and alcohol counseling, and I have a master's degree in psychology. I also have 9 years clean from IV heroin use myself. So not only do I have that book smart, I also know what these people are going through. And I think that makes it so much better.
My cousin died last year of an overdose. We're all knowing people more and more that it's happening to. So Tess's job is even more prevalent these days. People that have heroin addictions, now is that something they just start taking, or do they typically abuse other substances prior?
Yeah, absolutely not. No one wakes up and, says, hey, I'd like to try heroin today. It usually starts with other substances, let's say softer substances. You got the marijuana and things like that. The problem is with, say, a marijuana dealer, many times they have other things on them. You got the prescription painkillers and stuff like that. In small towns, that's, usually where it comes from. I feel like doctors are over prescribing medications, and I feel like it's very easy for young people to get involved. We're seeing children, 13, 14 years old, starting to get into substance abuse.
Here's one thing I have with what you said, though. You're talking about, so do you think that alcohol and marijuana are what you call gateways?
They absolutely can be.
Can be.
Right.
But personally, I know a lot of people that use marijuana, mm-hmm. and they have no interest in heroin.
Exactly.
Some of our states have laws where you can smoke marijuana, and some don't. So that's one of those things where I have a contention, because I've never thought that it was I just never considered it like heroin, cocaine. Mm-hmm. I always saw marijuana, but alcohol has killed millions of people.
Absolutely.
So where how do we wrap our head around that a little bit?
Well, you know what? A lot of times people are able to just smoke marijuana, and a lot of times people are just able to drink. It's those individuals that have that addictive personality. I always kind of say it like, okay, so marijuana could lead to other things, right? Because you have those dealers who do have other drugs,
right?
And say you're a 13-year-old trying marijuana, your brain isn't developed at all.
True.
So they may want to try this. Hey, marijuana and alcohol make me feel good.
Right.
Hey, I wonder what that's gonna feel like. That probably might be good. And it's usually the prescription painkillers and stuff like that. So sometimes, people just stop there. However, sometimes people love that feeling, so they build up a tolerance from snorting, and heroin is so much cheaper. You're talking about these Oxycontins and stuff that are $1 a milligram. People progress to heroin because it's so much cheaper. Then at that point, again, the tolerance thing, they start shooting up, and that's where you really have the problem.
And it's not that I'm telling people to try marijuana, but you have the same thing with somebody like me. I have one addiction, and that's food. Mm-hmm. I mean, so I guess it's just all about the person.
Right.
I mean, it's about the person. If you have that, some people are addicted to cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about the person.
I believe everybody has some sort of
vice.
Addiction.
Sure.
Absolutely.
As we talk about opioid painkillers, how do they figure in the whole epidemic that we have going on today in the Laurel Highlands?
Again, the painkillers, they're around, but heroin is around so much more. You have these dealers that are going to Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and now you're having that problem with fentanyl, which really isn't actually the fentanyl that we think it is. It's from China. So someone gets like a big ball of this fentanyl, and it's cheaper, and they cut it. They cut the heroin with this.
Is the fentanyl a powder?
Yes.
Because my cousin that OD'd, it was a fentanyl and something else they found in his system. So.
Yes. So it could be laced with anything, honestly. It's all about cheaper, right? So these drug dealers are making so much more money if they cut it with this and that. A lot of times you see ecstasy cut now with bath salts. Bath salts are very prevalent around too. But the biggest thing is the heroin problem. I mean, it has exploded into our communities.
So someone that goes to Conemaugh for treatment, tell me first off how you get someone listening would like to get in treatment, or they would like to get someone in treatment. How do they do that?
Well, that's where I come into place. Since I'm the drug and alcohol educator for the hospital, I come into place because we built this program called the Warm Handoff. So 2 weeks after I started, this program started. So I had to just take it on and make it my own. I'm a very outgoing person. So the nurses, if someone comes in with a positive urine drug screen, say for opiates, an overdose, withdrawal, they call me. And then I go up to the floors, the inpatient floors, and I offer treatment. I bring my packet, which has a lot of resources depending on what someone may be interested in. It's free choice. I don't get people into treatment by forcing them. It's their own choice, and sometimes that's the best because they feel like they have control. And I give my business card out because some people aren't ready. However, they have my card with my direct line, and they can call me anytime they are ready.
Down the road,
yes,
there might be.
Absolutely. It plants the seed. If you plant the seed will grow.
That's kind of the way you approach getting someone help.
Absolutely. I bust into their rooms. That's why I call myself the recovery hustler. I bust into their rooms, and first thing, I try to make a joke. Because if you get people laughing in such a dismal situation, it really helps to build rapport. I have 5 minutes to build rapport with someone. So if I go in, make a joke, and then all of a sudden just start talking about the different treatments out there and see if they're interested in inpatient, outpatient, whatever the case may be, it's their choice.
What happens in treatment then?
In treatment, just depends. Like I said, it depends on the different things that we offer. There's inpatient treatment, which someone goes, maybe detoxes, and then stays for 28 days. We're having insurance problems, so sometimes we can't get them in for, 28 days, but 14, something like that. And then we try to get them and follow them into, say, an outpatient program where they just go there, maybe attend groups, and try to really understand why they use substances. There's also what we call MAT, which is medically assisted treatment. That's your Suboxone, that's your, methadone. And a lot of people don't condone that stuff. However, if that's the best they can do right now, at least we're getting into something.
And it's a seed.
Yes, absolutely. I get so excited. I love this program. It's expanded so much that I have someone helping me now. Sometimes I walk 8 miles a day, in that hospital. So it's nice to have help now so we can both do it.
Very nice. Keep planting the seed is the moral of the story.
Absolutely.
And if you need any information, call Conemaugh. Tess Bradley would be the master of all things.
My direct line is 534-9926. You can get a hold of me at any time. It's not just the inpatient. I try to help everybody.
Thank you for your work.
Thank you.
And your time and your efforts, along with the Cambria County Drug Coalition, are appreciated in Conemaugh. It's Hearts Against Heroin, presented by Conemaugh Health System, Somerset Hospital, along with Spangler Subaru, Martin Baker America, Yeager's Heating Service, First Summit Bank, and Rocky 99.
Rocky 99.